the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Elite FPL podcast, a special Elite FPL podcast this evening overlooking the community team that hasn't been doing amazingly, but then neither of our teams anyway. But yeah, you may notice that we don't actually have Steve-O here at the moment. I don't know where he is. I think he's possibly asleep. He was up very, very, very early this morning. And it's very out of character for him to not respond to messages and or answer his phone. So he's probably asleep. Hello, Yassine in chat. Hello, Coolio. Colin Barker, Mark Kerhoas is in chat. Alan Rags there. Firetog, John Harris, Sam21G, John Chappell, King Curl, Aman Dillon, Matt Brunton, Brew, the Daily Llama's here as well. Schwervy's in chat. We've got Padraig Donnelly, Uncle Juicy TV. Welcome back, Uncle Juicy. Simon Bellamy, FPL Lads, Rhino 605, and many more. How you guys all doing? I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Using new software now, so still getting to grips with all this new software. Had the stress of the wildcard's been keeping him up? Possibly the stress of the wildcard has been keeping him up. We've been hello from India. Welcome, Yash. Welcome. We've had a bit of a break from FPL. Certainly myself, not being on a wildcard, I've actually switched off from football quite a lot. I didn't even watch the England game. I didn't miss much. Apart from a bit of disappointment. But it's been a very quick week for me because of my work. I've been flat out at work. I'm trying to keep up to date with the odd bits and pieces, some drama going on with Maddison. Apparently he's going to be banned, says Simon Bellamy. I don't think that's true at all. Why would Brendan Rodgers ban one of his best players? It just isn't going to happen. And the FA on the Premier League isn't going to do anything. So hello Tobias, how you doing? Also, McGinn, obviously he had a bit of a good game in midweek. So there's another one where I think people are trying to jump onto that bandwagon as well. Hello, Mohammed, how you doing? With me tonight, I've got Phil. Phil, you've kindly jumped in last minute.
Jason.
And you've been kindly managing the polls for us for the community team. Now, the polls have been put into Discord, and all community members have had chance over the past week to vote on the transfers, bringing in what players to bring in, what players to get out. We're seeing Pereira high up on the list of defenders to bring in, along with Bolly, Fredericks, and we've also seen quite a lot of people liking the look of Mane and Mason Mount as well, not unsurprisingly in midfield. Interestingly, this news on Aguero we haven't had actually the most people going for Aubameyang, aren't they? But we'll go through those in a moment anyway. Ian Anderson, hit that like button. Yeah, guys, if you like the stream, hit the like button. It really helps us, guys. It really does. And
I will. We'll just go back to Ian's earlier comment.
Yeah.
About your new T-shirt that you're wearing, Jason.
Oh yeah.
I've just noticed.
New T-shirt. I don't know if you noticed. No. We've actually got a new design as well, because me and Steve have kind of had a chat earlier on about like certain kind of ideas and colours, and we've got a new one coming, and we and Steve are going to get it. So we'll show you the new one. But I do like this one as well. But there's also a new exciting one on the cards as well. Why is Madison banned? He's not banned, Shano. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to them. He was in a casino apparently, even though he was apparently injured. Should we just get right? So we've got the community team up on the screen right now.
Should we start with who we're going to clear out?
Yeah, let's start with who are the deadwood that need to go out. So if you'd like to take it away, and I'll just quickly get the community team right up here. One moment.
Okay, from the defence, we're losing Digne and Otamendi.
Digne and Otamendi, right. Okay, one moment, let me just get this up. Digne's off, is he?
Yeah. The people have spoken.
The people have spoken. Digne going. Otamendi going. Okay.
All of the midfield.
All of the midfield.
Yep.
Wow. Is people sick of Son then, are they already? That didn't last long.
I think there's a few people are worried about him returning.
I think
how many minutes he's going to play in this next week.
I don't know. I hope not. I've got him in. I've got a few problems in my team, but anyway, this isn't about me. This is about the community. So what about the attacking line?
Well, the mighty Callum Wilson is holding his place.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy with him, and we're losing Greenwood and Pookie are both off.
Oh, okay. Right, so we're left with Pope staying in goal, is he?
Yeah.
Pope staying in goal. What do you guys
The keeper was the keeper was a position that weren't brought up at the moment.
Okay. We might do a poll. We'll do a poll on the stream about the goalkeeper, guys. We'll do a poll on it. So let's go for. So Phil, who are the picks that people have gone for in defence then on the community poll?
As the vote stands at the moment, it'll be Pereira and Bolly.
Pereira in. And Bolly.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Yep.
But
so I've got them in.
The Bolly option could change maybe if he was going Pope to Patricio in goal though. But I don't know about that.
We'll get to that.
Okay, then the midfield, the triple M of Mane, Maddison and Mount.
Mane, Maddison and Mount. Right, okay.
And KDB.
What is going on here? Hang on. Sorry. Right, sorry. I'll start again. So Digne out, Otamendi out, the whole midfield out.
Pookie and
Greenwood. And we've got in defence, we've got Pereira coming in and Bolly coming in. Is that right?
Yep.
I know why. So I think, yeah. So, yeah. It doesn't like me switching to... This is one of the reasons why you shouldn't ever change your broadcasting software. Because of this. Right, so I can't use that now. This is what Steve-O had. I don't know if you guys remember. This is what Steve-O actually had on his... When he started to do it. Right, so let me just quickly do that again. How many more times are we going to do this? Otamendi out, or the midfielder out. So I'm going to have to just search with the search function. I can't actually go into... Right, so we're going to go with Pereira and Bolly. Right, sorry guys about this. Right, and so midfield then. We're going to go Mane.
Maddison, Mount.
Maddison. And Mount, yeah.
KDB.
De Bruyne, yeah.
Yeah. And then we're going to go on to forwards just for now because one of the votes that we had is that we're going to be going on to a 3-4-3 formation. So I just want to bring in our two new strikers first, just so we can check how we are with our balance.
Okay, cool. So who the strikers then? Aubameyang's got to be one of them.
Yep, Aubameyang and Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham. Right. It leaves us 1.9.
Oh.
We can't do that. So we need to work out, do we want to go with a power 3, or do we want to downgrade one of them to a... We're gonna probably have to downgrade Maddison or downgrade one of Abraham, Aubameyang or Wilson. What do you guys... We've got a small problem with this, haven't we?
So how much do we need to get to? 2.6, is that right?
Yeah, we do 2.6. 2.5. 2.5.
Okay, well, maybe Bolly. We could go Bolly down to Rico.
We could do that.
If we're going to be playing a 3-4-3, we're going to probably be playing Pereira, Trent, and Tomori. I would say would be our 3 for most weeks.
Right. Yeah, fixtures for Tomori are good. We know that. What are Wolves' fixtures like now? Are they okay? They're not too bad. They're not too bad, are they? And then we got Alexander Arnold.
Or even Pereira to Soyuncu.
People are screaming out Vardy in chat. Oh, when I say people, I mean Chelsea Flyer. Leave volley. Vardy to Orba. Vardy in... Sorry, okay. Orba to Vardy. Okay.
Yeah.
A few people are saying Orba to Vardy. So Aubameyang to Vardy. Do we really want to do that? Do we? We want to go
I would say
Maddison and Vardy.
Should we free up Pereira to Soyuncu or Aubameyang to Vardy? Should we do that as
okay.
I think that's our best way of getting most of the money. Then we can get another 0.5, and I think we should maybe keep rolling.
Well, so we got Dendoncker back in 4.4.
Yeah.
He's ill, but he's going to play. But yeah, so if we put Dendoncker back in as like the fodder in the midfield, so we've got 2.5. Should we do a poll, guys? Do you guys want to see a poll?
Yeah, let's get a poll.
Let's do a poll, shall we? Let's do a straw poll. Right, so for those of you watching right now, we're going to do a straw poll. Just one click of the button. Downgrade.
James Bang just made a point. We'd have to go Vardy as Lacazette's due back.
He's back. Yeah. Right. So which transfer to do? Orba to Vardy. What was the other one?
Pereira to Soyuncu.
And what's the other one? Well, we could even go like downgrades.
Madison to Tielemans.
We could either go Abraham down as well. That's not going to give us enough, though, is it? Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. We could go. Well, no, it wouldn't. It would be like having two fodders. That's not enough. That's not enough. So,
what about Madison to Tielemans?
That's not going to release enough. Right, let's just quickly create this poll. Guys, the link for the poll is in chat in a few seconds. I mean, I like the Orba. I think the Orba to Vardy's because Lacazette being fit again could work.
Yeah. But then also, if we have Vardy, I think Vardy instead of Madison, then we can maybe go to someone else like
McGinn
or Saka. I'm just thinking of a cheap option to free up.
Would we need to do that? So if we took out Aubameyang, brought in Vardy, and we took out the guy that likes gambling, and we bring in McGinn. Oh, that's good. We'd have 6.8 left if we go Orba to Vardy.
So.
Right, so far, this is interesting. People are voting.
Could we not make Dendoncker Traore?
We could do, but I think that's possibly an emotional transfer in from his performance last game week. I don't know. Well, at the moment, Orba to Vardy's winning by 47% of the vote, closely followed behind by Pereira to Soyuncu. Yeah, people aren't liking the Tielemans move. There's only 11% of people voting for that. Well, actually saying that, we're drawn on Orba to Vardy and Pereira to Soyuncu. There's a lot of people are stating both being just equally as good options, guys. Hit that vote, guys. Let us know what you want to do. Now, Orba to Vardy is just about in the lead at the moment by one vote. I mean, this is it. This is like fine margins right here. I mean, we could do the Orba to Vardy, and then we've got 6.8 to play with in midfield. So, you know,
what other options?
Well, I like McGinn for 5.8. I like him. What do you guys think of McGinn? Trossard will be better than Maddison, in my opinion. Trossard. Will Trossard be better than McGinn, though? Aubameyang's fixtures are absolutely amazing. Honey glazed gammon. Hudson-Odoi.
We're already on triple Chelsea though.
Oh yeah, we've got Tomori, Abraham, and Mountain. We can't have Hudson-Odoi. Keep Maddison. Go Maddison and Vardy, Ryan. I like McGinn too, Chelsea flyer. I think McGinn is my G, says Dan Bolton. He scored a hattie. Yeah, he did score a hattie in the first half. Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko. Soyuncu to Tomori. What? Soyuncu to Tomori. Do you not mean the other way around? We've already got Tomori in. It's against San Marino. Yeah, I know. Not the best fixtures for Villa. What are the fixtures for Villa? Let's have a look. We've got Brighton at home. Oh. Then we've got Man City, but they're not exactly that sound defensively. But then we've got Liverpool at home. Wolves away. That's not an easy one. Yeah, I don't like their next 6 or 7 fixtures.
I think, let me just check the votes. I think Yarmolenko was quite high up on the other play. Yeah, 5th. Yarmolenko was the next highest vote to bring into the team.
Yarmolenko is 6 million. So we'd have to free up 0.2. Oh, no, we wouldn't. What am I on about? No, we wouldn't. It's fine. No, we wouldn't. We've got 6.8. We would have 8. Yeah, that's fine. We could do Yarmolenko. What do you guys think of Yarmolenko? Trossard, Yarmolenko, McGinn, and Hudson-Odoi are good options than Maddison for cheaper, says Daniel Jarman. Yeah, I like Yarmolenko. I do like that. So the Orbiter Vardy vote is 1 out, 53% of total votes. So we'll do the Orbiter Vardy. The question is, do we go with the likes of well, I know this is going to be quite controversial, but how much is Martial? 7.5. Was he 7.5? He was, wasn't he? Was he start? He started off as. Hang on, what's he now? Yeah, he's 7.5. He's got to be coming back soon. But we can't obviously spend that much money.
No one's on United players at the moment.
Okay, so we've got Saka as an option, McGinn, Yarmolenko. Let's have a look here. It doesn't like me to do that. Cleverly. I'm not bringing Cleverly any in. Grealish is better, lol. Too much spent on the back line? Is there really? I mean, it's not the most expensive back line I've seen.
No.
It's all right. I mean, it's got a balance. It's quite a balanced team if you actually look at it.
We're playing 3 at the back, so we need 1 to rotate. It works perfectly.
Wait a minute. Did this wildcard? So this community team didn't have De Bruyne in it?
No, we started off with Sterling.
I can't believe we're actually wildcarding and we're happy to just only have one City player in. Well, you know what the answer is now, don't you? We've got 0.8 in the bank. We can invest it into the goalkeeper. There we go. Lundstrom. Where's Lundstrom at the back? I mean, we could go Bolly to Lundstrom. We could do the Bolly, but then I think Wolves' fixtures are pretty nice.
Yeah, and Sheffield's do tighten up for the next 5 or 6.
Yeah, Lundstrom's fixtures aren't great. Let's have a vote on goalkeeper. We'd have a total of. I mean, let's first of all let's do the vote for the midfielder, which will be. One moment.
Was he Yarmolenko?
Which budget mid is going to be the question. So we Yarmolenko, McGinn, Maddison,
We can't get up to Maddison.
Sorry, not Maddison.
Tielemans.
6'4". Who else is there? There's Saka. There's... We can't go Hudson-Odoi. Traore, maybe?
Yeah.
We've got out Cantwell. I'm not looking to get him back in. Should we do that? Is there any others, guys? Think of any of the names. Midfielders. Jorginho. Really?
Chelsea, though. He's Chelsea. We
can't get him in. Yeah, we've already got 3 shots. Well, of course, we've got Daniel James. Yeah, Daniel James. Yeah, I remember him. Right. Okay, that's enough. I think.
Did you want to add Trossard there? A few people were saying Trossard.
Oh yeah, Trossard, and then other, and then we'll go to right. Okay, guys. Poll is created. Get voting. Get voting on the poll in chat now. There we go. Poll is created. Let's vote on that poll. Let's decide on our midfielder, and then we can move on to the goalkeeper. This team's going to get over 100 points now because you guys know what you're talking about. You guys are the FPL gods. You can't all be wrong, can you? Let's see what the results are. Right, so far we've had 20. Okay, a few people. Come on, guys. We've got 25 votes so far. Keep bringing in the votes, guys. Keep bringing in the votes. 27 votes so far. 36%. 37% now on Yarmolenko. 11%. Sorry, 11 of the votes have gone for Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko? Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko. So get your votes going in, guys. Well, if you look at the points, we are all wrong. Yeah, well, we've plenty of time to turn the season around for the community team.
It's a long journey.
It's a marathon. It's a marathon, not a sprint, as we like to say. Kelly to Lundstrom, says Colin Barker. Yeah, the fixtures for Lundstrom aren't so great, and we're not going to be playing that position anyway if we stick to this formation. Colin. Let's see. So at the moment, Lundstrom is out there in the lead, 15 votes out of the 43 that have total cast. Come on, guys. We're going to close the vote in 1 minute. So if you haven't voted already, just click on the link, choose the player you want. Yarmolenko, McGinn, Trossard, Saka, Daniel James, Tielemans, Traore, or other. And so far, like I said, it's Yarmolenko in the outright lead for that one.
What keeper options would you consider, Jace?
Matt Ryan. I would consider... I mean, depends on the money, really. Depends what money we got. I wouldn't look at Spurs with Gazaniga, no. I don't think I would.
There's been a lot of talk about Ramsdale.
Oh! I wonder who... Yeah, I got him in. He's in my team. Been a lot of talk. Either just me on Twitter, isn't it? Just saying about getting him in. He's my dirty little secret, Ramsdale. Don't want anyone else to get him in.
Or what about the West Ham one? I'm not sure what his name is. That's in for Fabianski.
Hang on, what's his name? Is it Rob? What is the name of the guy? Let's have a look.
Roberto?
I think it's Roberto, isn't it? Yeah, Roberto. I wanted to say Roberto, and I was like, not sure, but it is Roberto. We'll do a poll for that. Okay, so Yarmolenko's in, guys. Poll's closed. Yarmolenko's in, winning by 37% of the 37%. 18 votes cast for Yarmolenko, total of 50 votes or 49 votes cast overall. So Yarmolenko's in, which would save us 0.8 in the bank, and then we'd have 5.4 to spend on a goalkeeper. So let's bring in goalkeepers as an option here. Wow, Patricio. We've got enough for Patricio. We've got enough for Ryan. We've got enough for Henderson. We've got enough for Pope. Obviously, we've got enough just off De Gea.
Leno.
Leno, we
Then
could bring in
that's
Leno. We can bring in Gunn. We could bring in Ramsdale. Guys in chat, do you wanna guys write the name of the goalie that you'd like to see in the community team? McGovern for Norwich.
The other one
He
I like
he
the
won't
look
be in
of the
goal anymore.
fixtures for. The one really like the look of the fixtures for at the moment is Dubravka. Is that how you say his name?
Dubravka. Really?
Newcastle's fixtures turn after
Dunno about
who they
that.
playing this week.
I don't know about Dubravka. I mean, the turn better, but it's Newcastle. I mean, it's Chelsea away, Wolves at home, West Ham away. I see goals in that West Ham game. Bournemouth, I can see getting goals. Away at Newcastle, and yeah, they got Man. I mean, okay, yeah, that's a few game weeks away, but yeah, I think they are green, but they're not as green as what I would consider Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan's got more chance of getting more points than Dubravka. So we've got in chat, we've got quite a lot of people saying out the names of goalkeepers that they'd like to see in the community team. Let's have a look through them. We've got a lot. Leno is trash. Patricio, Pope. I'm seeing a lot of Popes. I'm seeing quite a few Popes. I don't know why. Apparently Burnley are going to keep lots of clean sheets. Ryan. I don't see many Ryans for some weird reason. There's only a couple of Ryans in that list. It's mainly... I've seen a lot... Pope. It's kind of winning at the moment. Gazaniga, Sir Michael. Yeah. Come on, right. Let's do a vote. Let's do a vote. So I know. Sorry, guys.
Should we just go for a Pope or no Pope first of all?
Yeah, Pope or no Pope.
Should we do that with just ones and twos in the chat?
Okay, guys. If you'd like to see, that's a really, really good idea. Actually, saves you clicking onto a poll site. If you'd like to see Nick Pope in goal. Post wildcard, put a 1 in chat. If you'd like to see a different goalkeeper in the community team, put a 2 in chat. 1 for Pope, 2 for a different goalkeeper. Go, go, go. 1 for Pope, 2 for a different goalkeeper. Okay.
I think
It's quite split.
Twos look to be taking over towards the end though.
They do. It started off with a lot of ones, now there's a lot of twos. I think twos are taking it. Twos are, yeah. Don't Yassine, don't double vote. I saw that. Triple vote in there. Okay, I think it's just the twos, right?
Yeah.
Which goalkeeper? So we have Pope, Roberto, Gazaniga, Henderson, Patricio, Ramsdale. Yeah. Any others? Oh yeah, your favourite Dubravka. Other. Right, there we go. Create poll. Here we go. Alright guys, this is the last poll, I promise. I promise this is the last one. Let's hit that vote in. Go, go, go. Schmeichel. We've already got Pereira.
Is Schmeichel not 5'5" though? I don't think we can go up to him.
I don't actually know. Is he 5'5"?
I'm not sure.
No, he's 5.0. We could go for Schmeichel. Get voting, guys. All right, Nick Pope is just in the lead. Oh my God. Okay. This is interesting. I'm going to vote for Ramsdale. All right, guys, 30 seconds left of the votes. No Ryan on the poll. Oh, just vote other. If you want to see Ryan in, vote other, and then we'll... we'll add him to the poll. That I said there won't be any more polls, but we'll have to make another one. yeah, that's you'd have to do it. Just vote other if you want to see Ryan or Leno in. That's all you need to do. Okay, so it's neck and neck, Pope and other at the moment. 33 to 29%, 17 votes for Pope, 15 votes for other. We're just finalising the community team. That was majority of the team was voted on in the Discord. This is just for the final positions of the team. Obviously Yarmolenko coming in, and we're hopefully going to decide on a goalkeeper. It looks like Nick Pope's going to stay in goal, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, keeping the bit of budget's not a bad thing though. That can help us going forward.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine. So we'll keep Nick Pope in goal then. So that at the moment then, that there is the community team. So Pope, Button, Kelly, Pereira, Alexander-Arnold, Bolly, Tamori, Mane, Yarmolenko, Mount, De Bruyne, then Donker as a budget. And we've got Wilson, Vardy, and Abraham. Upgrade Dendonka. I don't see the necessary need to throw money into that bench player. If we were to throw the 0.8 in there, it doesn't give us as much flexibility to make moves on other individual players should the need arise. Otamendi for Bolly. We took on Otamendi out, Nick.
Yeah, he was one of the first people.
The community,
was like, get him out.
On the Discord community, I mean, you guys on Discord didn't like Otamendi. It seemed that it was probably, I mean, Brighton made him look like a fool, didn't they? To be honest with you, what if you have Button to Ryan? I don't think. Well, I mean, I don't personally play with rotatable, but if the community want a rotatable goalkeeper pair, then I suppose we could let you choose that. If you'd like to have Button to Ryan, put one in chat. If we can get 30 people to put one in chat that are different, then I'll waste the 0.8 on Ryan, Button to Ryan. It's got to be 30 different people. Like, because to be honest, I can't stand having playing goalkeepers on the bench because I always get it wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Button to McGovern. 10. Daniel Jarman. I've told you, I don't want to see people multiple voting. It's not fair.
Yassine as well, no double votes, please.
Next time you double vote, you're going to get timed out. One of the mods, time them out if you see him double voting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, 15. I don't see us getting to that 30. No, we're going to keep the 8.8 in the bank, guys.
Yeah.
Right, so this is the wildcard team. I think, personally, looking at it, it's pretty good.
What else have we got?
Right, it's just, well, I've played the wild card. So we're back. Right, wow, it's who are we going to bench?
Well, I guess it's between Bolly or Tamora, yeah?
Yeah, it is. It's between Bolly and Tamore. I think I would... Oh, that's a tough one. See, I like... Kelly to Cahill, says Sergi. That's a horrible... It's a horrible wildcard team, says Anish. Okay. Well, I didn't choose it. It's not too bad. I like it. I don't think it's horrible. I think that's a bit strong of a word. I think it's all right. Put it this way. I like this team over my personal team. I like that way more than my own team. So it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Vardy captain. This will be this will be another question that I would put to the community about a captain. We'll put the captain poll will be in Discord next week, guys. So just vote on the captain poll next week in Discord. But at the moment, I think we'll probably bench Bolly. Oh, I don't know. Upgrade Tindonka? No, we've got no need to. We've got no need to upgrade him.
I don't know if I'd play Bolly ahead of Tomori. I think.
No, I think we've got it right. I think Pope, Alexander-Arnold, Tomori, Pereira, Mane, Yarmolenko. Obviously, he won't be the captain. We'll stick it on Vardy for the moment. That'll be changing probably when the community vote on it. Pereira, Mane, Yarmolenko, Mount, De Bruyne, Vardy, Callum Wilson, Abraham. I think that's a good team. I actually like that team. I do. I mean, the goalkeeper, I think not having Pope in goal against Vardy, I wouldn't do it myself. But you guys have voted for it, so who am I to say what's right and wrong? You guys have voted for that.
We just hope he does a McGovern.
Yeah. A1, young A1, we've got... I'll be bluntly honest. I mean, the majority of the votes come from the Discord, okay? We only use the YouTube live streams to just vote for the fillers. So, for example, we didn't have the money to make the moves with Aubameyang in the team, so we had to go second best, and we were voted to bring in Yarmolenko, and in this case, Yarmolenko. Who was the other one? I can't remember who the other one was now. Oh, Pope. We chose to keep Pope, obviously, and then Yarmolenko was the enabler, wasn't he? It was Aubameyang to Vardy, and it was Madison to Yarmolenko. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
I prefer it a lot more now. We've got De Bruyne in the team as well. One thing.
What do you think of the team then, Phil?
I'm happy with it. I mean,
yeah,
it's a lot. Like I said, now that we've got De Bruyne instead of Sterling, I think we're a lot better off. That was one thing I was annoyed with a little bit.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. There you go. We're keeping Pope. Vardy v Pope. I know Barnes. I know, but that's the will of the community. Obviously, the community think that Pope's going to get a lot of saves in this game, maybe even a penalty save. Who knows? Nice team, says Anurag. Similar to my wild card. Hope KDB is back fit. Yeah, I think there's no reason why he shouldn't be.
He's had all the 2 weeks to rest. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a point, Simon. Vardy is on penalties. You are right. That's I probably would go with a different goalkeeper, but that's me. But who knows? We haven't decided who the captain is going to be. KDB should be back. KDB should be back. Fine. Notorious nerd. KDB captain, says Sherlock Hulk 77. Again, the captain will be decided in Discord. Yeah. So if you're not in Discord already, !Discord. We've had Matt Brunt has just posted the link in chat. Join our Discord. You can vote in there and be involved in the community there.
Yeah. So tomorrow there'll be an option with your we'll probably go from four or five players, and then you choose 1, 2, 3, or 5, have your vote, and then that person will be the captain next week. That's
pretty cool. Yeah, we've got any questions? We'll take some questions before closing the show, guys. Obviously, this is the community team wildcard is now in play. It's active. The changes have been made. Unless there's been any last-minute injury concerns, obviously we will. It will all be on Discord. So be monitoring Discord on the poll vote section. Keeping Son for one more game week against Watford, says Nicholas Singh. I personally am keeping Son. My own team is looking pretty worrying. But yeah, I'm keeping hold of Son only because I can't afford to spend points taking him out, and I do think he'll do something against Watford if he does play, of course. Well, Human Being says, will Son play? ? We don't know.
I got rid of Son this week.
Well, Let's hope he doesn't punish you. Bolly in for Yarmolenko. Chelsea flyer. Come on. Have you watched Yarmolenko? He's brilliant. I'd certainly have him over Bolly, and I think that's a troll comment. Son and Pukki, our favourite. Son and Pukki out for Yarmolenko and Aubameyang after the next game week, says Sherlock Hulk. Son and Pukki out for Yarmolenko and Aubameyang. Absolutely yes for me. If you can do that without spending points, yes. Wilson captain, says Notorious Nerd. Solid pick. I do think that's it's a perfect fixture to captain him.
Been a lot of people mentioning him this week.
Yeah. Salah's best to start to a season. I saw that, Aussie boy. I saw that it's his actual best start to a season, and people have been jumping onto Mane and taking out Salah. It is a risk. It's always a risk getting rid of Salah. Why Yarmolenko instead of McGinn? Just wondering, not saying it's bad. Joe Cook, because of the votes, basically, Joe. I mean, we had McGinn and Yarmolenko's options on the votes, and Yarmolenko won. I think that people don't consider a hat-trick against San Marino to be enough to sway their opinion in the Fantasy Premier League, but I think he is a brilliant player to have in your team if you're on a wild card and you're looking for a budget. I would be torn between the two, to be honest.
Well, even once, I think Yarmolenko's fixtures are good for maybe the next 4 or 5. So then we maybe go into McGinn back in like 5-6 weeks.
There we go. Is there not a better midfielder than Dendoncker? For the price point, well, we could get Saka in. Would you guys want Saka in instead of Dendoncker?
I think that's a better option. Mind you, will he get as many minutes?
Will he get as many minutes? Oh, I don't think so now. Lacazette's back fit. And Aubameyang will be pushed into the wing. I don't think he'll... What do you guys think? Are you really that convinced that Saka's going to get the minutes? Stevens? Don't know about Stevens. Gendouzi. See, I don't know to take your comments. I don't know if you're trolling me or not now. I don't know. Remember, guys, this is a bench player. This is not a playing starting 11 player. This is someone that's going to sit on the bench. We don't want to have money needlessly sitting on the bench. We just want someone that's going to play minutes, get us the odd 1 or 2 points, come in an emergency, and that is Dendoncker. Whether we like it or not, he will get us between 1 and 3 points a game.
Or keep a seat warm. And that's all we needed to do.
Yeah, keep a seat warm, absolutely. Good evening, Direcco. How you doing, buddy? I don't think we need to save 0.1 Sherlock Hulk. I really don't. Not consider getting Lacazette instead of Vardy. Arsenal's fixtures are really good. Crazy Jack. We did the Vardy switch on a poll, but obviously now Lacazette is deemed fit to play. We didn't have him on the poll, did we? Lacazette as an option, I don't think.
Yeah.
Did you have him on the main poll?
He still got 7 votes from the strikers. From the strikers, Aubameyang got 29. Aubameyang got 19. Abraham got 29. Vardy got 11, and then Lacazette got 7. So he was 4th for the vote.
And guys, we take the Discord votes more seriously purely because it's over multiple days, whereas the whole community can have a chance to vote on that, whereas on a live stream you can appreciate only a small section of our community get to vote. So we have said it before, we'll say it again. If you want to have an opinion or a say on this community team, you need to be in Discord just to be able to put a vote on. And we'll have to wait and see if you guys have made the right decision in the players you've picked. I think there's better wildcard teams out there, definitely. I think there's better teams out there. I'm not going to say this is going to be an amazing team that's going to get enough to get it into the top 1,000, but I think that it's a decent, solid team. I don't think it's awful or you know, yeah, I'd think that the Pope. I think Pope's going to struggle to get a lot of points over the next 4 game weeks. That's my opinion. Yarmolenko, I think, is a decent shout. Him and McGinn, I think it's too close to call. Where would I look? Salah in instead of Mane. We could do, and then we could have. We could. Actually, saying that, we could get Salah in.
Fair enough.
Salah instead of Mane. We've got enough money. What do you guys think? Salah instead of Mane. Oh, we can't do that now anyway. I'm literally going against what I just said. The community on Discord have voted for Mane in. So the community have voted on Discord. So guys, if you have any more opinions on that, jump in Discord, read the polls. No. Jimenez is not even being looked at, Anish. No. Where is this team in overall rank? It's currently
about 2.5
million. 2.5 million so far, guys. So the only way is up.
Yeah, we can get there. I think the team looks a lot more attacking than it did.
Yeah, I think it's
more capable of points.
It's a pretty decent team. I like that. I like it. Kelly to dunk. Says Sergey. And again, we're not going to play that. We're going to play 3-4-3. So that's the formation, the chosen formation of the community team. So we would be benching Dunk. And again, it's money on the bench. I don't like to see players like value on the bench and points on the bench normally. No KDB burners, absolutely.
Is Dunk not one of the players that's on 3 or 4 yellow cards as well? Did I hear that right? Or is that another
Dunk,
player?
Is he? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on 4 yellow cards, yeah. That's another worry. Wilson v Watford or Vardy versus Southampton. That's... Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think that's... Wilson versus Watford or Vardy versus Southampton. What? You talking about? Are you talking about next game week 10? I think I would have Wilson v Watford. What about you, Phil?
I would go, Wilson, Watford in that game. Between them two.
Yeah.
I think Watford are just going to struggle most of the season. Southampton can put up a decent fight against most teams.
John Chappell says, if you're benching these players, who cares how many cards they're on? Just a 1-game ban. Well, how much more value does that having Duncan over Kelly, who's going to be second bench position?
It's not so much that. If we need to free up the money, then we're going to be doing 4 points to get rid of Dunk to get someone else in. So it's just saving points down the future by not getting a more expensive bench player.
Ian Anderson has just kindly done a donation of $1.99. It's telling me to buy myself a juice. No idea why that's not come through on the stream, but I buy myself a juice.
It was so funny the other night.
Oh. Reference to the other night. Thank you ever so much, Ian. That's very kind of you. That's an expensive juice. I'll get one of those innocent smoothies just for you, Ian. Okay, I promise. Thank you. Nakamba for Dendonka. Okay. We're getting some interesting suggestions now. Juicy says, well, Juicy, Uncle Juicy, yes. Has it got a tippy cup? Yeah, we have some funny chats on Discord when we're not watching FPL or talking FPL. Bolly or Tomori as a third CB? Well, this is the decision that we had to make for the community team, and we chose Tomori over Bolly. So there you go. Is Pereira worth 6? I think he is. Watching Leicester's highlights and Leicester's games, he plays very advanced, and he's going to get in with the goals and the assists. I definitely think he's worth 6. I think that's a solid. I think it's a good buy for 6 million.
He's up to 6.2 now, though, I believe.
Is he now at 6.2?
Yeah.
Wow, there you go. That's even more sign that. Even that's an awkward price point. That's essentially 6.5. So that's. I still think that's a good value. Look at the fixtures. The fixtures will answer your question. Home to Burnley, away at Southampton, away at Crystal Palace, home to Arsenal, away at Brighton, home to Everton, home to Watford, away at Aston Villa, at home to Norwich. Those fixtures, you couldn't. You're loving them.
It's a nice time to be a Pereira owner, I won't lie.
It's a great time to be a Pereira owner. What about Saka and Controne? We looked at Saka. Again, the community's voted on this. This isn't our decision to make. This is purely on the votes of community members in Discord and the 1 or 2 polls that we did this evening. We can't have everybody in. It's not Pokemon. We can't collect everyone. But what I will say is that Saka is a decent option. But now that Lacazette... Well, Saka's a decent option, or was a decent option to have as a budget player on your bench. Now Lacazette is due back. I would worry for Saka's minutes, and I wouldn't be comfortable or confident in his minutes going forward.
I think Saka's more likely to get minutes in Europa League. Probably.
Yeah. Is Wilson and Pukki out for Aubameyang and Vardy a good option? Wilson and Pukki out. Wilson out and Pukki out for. Is that for free? Yeah. Is that for free? If that was for a -4, I think having those two is worth up to a -4. I wouldn't be spending more points than 4.
He must have a load in the bank though to be able to do that move. No?
Well, you must have, yeah. Is Wilson and Pukki out for Aubameyang and Vardy? Yeah, you must have tons in the bank, Samir. I think that is worth it, yes. Where can I upload my team? Well, we can do that normally on Discord when we're live doing like previews and reactions and stuff. We tend to do that there. We're just going to answer a few questions this evening, guys. Apologies again, Steve-O. Unfortunately, I think he slept. Just had a message from Steve-O. He said he'd be ready in 5 minutes. I think he may have overslept. Thing is with Steve-O, guys, he works very antisocial hours, which means that his sleep pattern's all over the place. So I would imagine he's overslept.
Or he's stuck watching a Bill marathon.
Or he's watching the Bill. Either that or he's watching the Bill, absolutely. Would you do Mane for Sterling as a free transfer? Have you got Salah in your team already, Michael Webb? How many Man City attackers have you got in your team, and how many Liverpool attackers have you got in your team? I can't just answer that without knowing what your other players are like. That wouldn't be fair. I'll give Steve-O a call now. I think he's available. Let's get him on. 1 second. He's not answering. Steve-O, you're not answering. Oh, yeah, here he is. Here we go. You're gonna have to tell everybody what you're gonna have to tell everyone again. Sorry, guys, because I muted you when I called you because nobody wants to hear the right. So tell us again what happened.
So essentially, as you were saying to the audience, because of my unsocial hours, I virtually suffer from insomnia. And I literally have no idea what. Well, obviously I know it's Sunday, but I just fell asleep. Literally, I collapsed after our phone call earlier on, and I've literally just woken up to about 5 million phone calls, and I can only
from me, Hope.
I can, yeah. I can only apologise, and I just heard. Hello, Phil.
Yeah, you need to get into Discord. I don't think
I need to get into Discord.
Yeah, you need to get into Discord, and then you can talk to Phil as much as you'd like.
So, what's the team so far then?
Right. So the wildcard team has been the wildcard's been played. The team has been voted on by the community. The team is now on screen. I don't know if you have got stream up in front of you, but you'll be able to see the team on the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got Nick Pope in goal. He's maintaining his position. We've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, Tomori, Pereira. Well, let's go through them all. Tomori, Pereira, Alexander-Arnold, Kelly, and Bolly. Mane, Yarmolenko.
Hold on. Is everybody copying my wildcard team? What's going on here?
Yeah. Mane, Yarmolenko. Well, no, apparently, according to Anish, it's trash, so you're not going to get any points. Mane, Yarmolenko, Mount, De Bruyne, and then Donker. And up front, we've got Vardy, Callum Wilson, and Abraham.
Oh, you haven't got AAA then?
No.
The budget couldn't quite get us there, Steve.
Eh?
The budget.
Yeah.
We had to improvise, didn't we, Phil?
Wow. Well. Yeah, it's virtually like my my wildcard. Let me just have it. It's weird when you say it and read out on audio. You can't actually. Is there any way of putting it up in the team screenshots, like a team thing for it?
What for the current wildcard team?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, I can do it for you. Steve-O, so welcome to the stream. It's good to have you here. Can you see the chat by any chance? And can you now speak to Phil?
Yeah, I need to. I can hear Phil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening, Phil.
Hi, Steve. Are you well,
Have
mate?
you been on since 8? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've both been on since 8.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I was saying I don't know where he is. He must have overslept because there's no way he would be missing the stream, and there's no way he wouldn't acknowledge my calls and stuff. So yeah, there you go. Don't fall asleep before you're gonna go live. That's the. So what time were you up this morning? You were up really early, weren't you?
5 to 3.
5 to 3. God.
Yeah.
Okay, I will get this team posted. I don't know if hang on. You have to talk amongst yourselves while I do it.
Right.
Answer some questions or something, Phil. There you go.
How is your wildcard going, Steve?
Well, funny enough, I'll be I may be doing a stream tomorrow, because interestingly, like you've just put up here, that team is virtually identical to the team that I'm going to be doing. In fact, if I
where are you looking, Stevie?
I was just looking on the stream.
Are you actually looking on the stream? Because I'm going to put this. Yeah, so it's now in team screenshots. It's in team screenshots now.
That's cool. I'll go and look at that then. So, yeah, my team is. I haven't changed it per se from from the other day, but I am seriously tempted by AAA. But this news on Aguero being injured, what's going on? What's that?
I don't know. I think it's just news from Argentina that he's got a minor injury, kept him out from the international team. I think it's too early to tell whether it's serious enough to keep him out of the game. against Crystal Palace, but it's worrying, certainly for myself, who's an owner, and as the fact that I've already taken a hit in my team already. Having him in my team does cause me some alarm because I've got nowhere to turn. so yeah, we've I think Aguero owners out there that haven't got any chips or played point hits already this week are going to be very nervous come the press conferences to find out about him.
So my team, I mean, everybody knows what my team is anyway, but basically it's identical to your community team. So it's Matt Ryan in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Bowley, Pereira. This is the 11. Mason Mount, Hudson-Odoi, De Bruyne, Mane, Abraham, Vardy, Aubameyang. But I genuinely think that I was going to go with AAA. I was seriously thinking, do you know what?
Well,
Abraham.
If Pep comes out, on Friday and says Aguero's fine, he's trained well, he's a candidate to start. He probably won't say that, but Aguero's not injured anymore. Would you consider having him in, or is this scared you off him completely?
Unless Pep Guardiola, like you've just said, comes out and definitively says it's a load of.
Well, he's not going to say. He's not going to definitively say anything, is he? Let's be honest with you. But yeah, it's so. For you, then it's going to be no. Because I was playing around with, because like everybody knows, I actually watch our streams back for research purposes, and there was a AAA formation that I had, or team that I had, and I was just like, it can be done. It just essentially means getting rid of Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm set. What are your thoughts, Jason, on or Phil? But I'll ask Phil actually. Your thoughts on Hudson-Odoi?
I like him since he's come back. Was he got 3 assists in 3 games? I think.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, that's including the Champions League. Yeah.
From what Shab was saying, he's been waiting for Hudson to come back and get fit, and he said as soon as he's back fit, he's in his team, and he's done that transfer this week. So I think he's a right good option.
Has the community, again, I can only apologise, has the community not thought about having him instead of Yarmolenko?
We just went with 10 players we put in the midfield. We voted for the ones who was coming out, and then there was 10 different replacements for who was coming back in. And then given that we're going to be playing a 3-4-3, the main 4 went in, and they're all new players.
Right, yeah, no, that makes complete sense. I heard as well, I was listening to another podcast that I've never actually come across before, and to be fair, it was actually very, very good. I want to speak to you about it, Jason, actually, but we can save that for off air. But the thought on Callum Wilson was that he's just been really lucky this season. Do you agree on this, Phil, or do you think that no, get Callum Wilson in the team?
Well, he has had some lucky points that come through, but all players do throughout the season. You're going to get them lucky points. So if he has had them lucky points now, then the ones coming forward should be points that he's actually going to go out and earn. So,
I mean, you've had a lot of players that have been dumped because they've been unlucky as well. So it's you get lucky and you get unlucky and you get lucky, and I'd rather have a player that's notorious for being lucky in my team.
I'm surprised that the community are wanting to go with 4. Well, I suppose Tamura isn't, but yeah, I'm surprised they'd be. Well, again, I don't know what the specific.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't picked out the whole issue of Burnley goalkeeper playing against Vardy attacker for obviously Leicester v Burnley.
Yeah, that's just inevitable
I personally think there's better goalkeeper options out there for the price point, but again.
I mean, I've been looking at it myself, and actually, Nick
Ramsdale,
Patricia,
is that Bournemouth?
Yeah, I've got Ramsdale.
Yeah, I saw you tweet about that. What is that all about?
I don't know, mate. I'm going with a bit of a bit of a punt on him, but I've got a feeling that he'll. Basically, I couldn't afford Ryan.
He's 4.5 as well.
There we go. So Ramsdale is my new McGovern.
You weren't tempted by by Matt Ryan?
Well, I was, but I couldn't get him in. I didn't have enough.
Didn't have 4.6. Yeah.
No, I didn't have 4.6. 4.5.
Thingy, Nick Pope's
Unbelievable.
gone up to 4.7, I believe now.
Yeah.
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 Finally, 3 weeks he was on 95 on the price rise, and he finally went up.
Yeah, I've been trying to play the price rise game this week. I missed out on.
There's not many price rises though.
Madison. No, I missed out on Madison despite having him for a considerable period of time because it didn't look like he was going up. I mean, I'm looking at FPL statistics at the moment, and it's not really telling me anybody's going to be going up tonight either. The closest person is Henderson of Henderson's someone that I was looking at potentially for my wildcard team, but someone
Their
made the
fixtures
point.
aren't great.
No, they're not. But from a defensive point of view, I think he's absolutely. He's only a few points behind Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan's on 35 overall. Henderson's on
How many
30.
saves has Henderson got so far this season? That'll be something that I'd be looking at.
He's done.
Let's have a quick look. See if we can get it up on here. Unless someone can just kind of just like throw it into the chat right
23.
now. 23 saves. That's decent.
Yeah. It's
not-
whether or not if he's getting 3 a game to get the save point. No, I don't think he's got that many save points from what I remember.
I mean, that's averaging at what, just over 3 a game?
Yeah. So his points this year
3.1
haven't
a game,
been
isn't it?
particularly great. They haven't really stood out in the sense of, like Ryan, for example, having double digits, or Pope. He's a steady Eddie though. He really is. He's only got 2 points. 2 points or less on 3 occasions. So I think Henderson could be a choice, but it's just the fact that in a few weeks' time, I think it's like, I don't know, game week 18 or something, they play Man United and he's not actually available to play that game. When is it?
I think with Henderson, it depends if you own Lundstrom as well.
13. Yes, yeah, game week 13 is Man United, and yeah, you're completely right. Well, I was thinking, Phil, of potentially doubling up on Sheffield United defence. A bit like with Burnley 2 or 3 seasons ago, when we were defensively solid and you could actually predict when we could get clean sheets. I think with Sheffield United, it's quite easy to predict when they could get clean sheets. Now, admittedly, the next 4 or 5, I would say, is pretty difficult. In fact, I would say it's nigh on impossible for them to keep a clean sheet. The only standout fixture from a clean sheet point of view is Burnley at home, which is in game week 11, but barring that, no chance. But it's from game week 14 to 19, basically after the Man United game, where you could see them picking up maybe 3 or 4 versus Watford, Brighton, Aston Villa, Norwich, Newcastle. And there's a potential of 5 out of 6 fixtures to be getting a clean sheet. I know that's...
What do you think of Phil's suggestion in Dubravka for Newcastle?
I just said I just put a name out there. I didn't want to get him. It's not.
No, Phil, you've committed yourself now, mate. You've said his name.
Live on
Dubravka. I mean, I just thought Newcastle, but then the fixtures are green on the FDR, but I don't know. It's Newcastle.
Yeah.
It's the fact that he's 5 million as well.
Yeah,
that's the problem. If he was 4.5, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. But the fact that he's 5, it's too much money.
Obviously, we've got you could even have a double up. You could have Schmeichel in goal if you wanted. Again, that the cost is at 5 million. If you were able to afford that, I personally would go Schmeichel over Dubravka.
Roberto could be a good one for you, Steve.
Who's that?
West Ham. Roberto at West Ham.
Roberto for West Ham, yeah, absolutely. I was going to get a drink. Is
he 4 million, is he? Is this Roberto 4 million?
I believe he's 4-4.
Oh, for pity's sake. Really? Why is he so expensive? Well, I don't understand why these 4.4. I'd rather stick with Matt Ryan. But, in fact, Martin, I've forgotten his first, David Martin, they bought him from MK Dons, didn't they? And What's the likelihood of David Martin getting game time instead of Roberto? Do we know? Like genuinely, because he is a really, really good goalkeeper. My understanding is, and
No,
they
I'm
bought him
not
this
sure.
summer, I believe. Maybe David Martin, but again, we would need clarification. But based on what Jason just said regarding the fixtures, the next 5. I mean, Everton away. I mean, Everton can't score, but West Ham can't keep clean sheets, so to speak. But then Sheffield United at home, Newcastle at home, there's potential of clean sheets there. Burnley away again, potentially a clean sheet. And then it's Tottenham, Chelsea away. Horrid fixtures. Wolves away, Arsenal at home. I think the best option wise. What's the joke here, lads? Come on.
Oh, no. Is that the proper logo on there, Jace?
No.
What's Jason doing?
He's just made tank for Ian Anderson, I think.
You can't. It's backwards. It's mirrored. I've got a juice for Ian. This is for you, Ian. All right, for that $1.99. The levels I degrade myself to for a donation of $1.99. Thank you ever so much, Ian. Appreciate it.
When did Ian donate $1.99? Was this when I was asleep or something?
Yeah.
I should have made a cup of tea in that.
Right. What's the joke in this? What's the context of this little?
He was drinking juice at 2 a.m. the other night. And,
So I said to him, "How old are you, 2?" Anyway, I am. What? It's, it was there. It's a cup. It's the benefits of having a 2-year-old. If you're not prepared to drink out one of these, and you're a father, then you've got some learning to do, my friend. Let's moving on from the juice subject. What were we talking about again?
Goalkeepers, but Norwich. I mean, Notorious Nurse made a point, and we were just talking about David Martin potentially for West Ham, and instead of Roberto, he's $4 million. He's been added to the game. I mean, Notorious Nurse mentioned McGovern, but
I believe
no chance.
I think Krul's back, isn't he?
Yeah, Krul's back.
Yeah, McGovern was always going to be a 1-week punt that was never going to go anywhere further than just game week 8. So. Whose team is that on the screen? Says Oscar in chat. That is the community wildcard team that the community has voted on in Discord and or on live stream this evening. So that is the community team. Nesquik Chocolate Alpha 9 says that would be very nice. Should I get a rusk as well to go with it?
It's like I said, it's such a shame that this team is virtually the same as mine. Again, listen to this podcast. The whole Salah Mane debate came up, and the thoughts on Salah, guys.
Mane for me.
Can I just say their argument was, and it made sense, that for $1 million more, the fact that Salah's on set pieces just turns it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
and the fact and
he's playing central striker as well.
By pure misfortune, he was off the pitch when they had a penalty due to a twisted ankle.
Yeah,
my differential, would you believe? But
I think Salah's gonna go on a scoring run. I know he is because I ain't got him on my team. It's just I'm praying that I can get. Well, last week I got some points from Mane. I'm just praying that it will balance out over the season. I don't think there's going to be a chasm of difference between either of them come the end of the season. I think they'll be very similar in terms of overall points.
Is this com team 100 million exactly? Is it?
There's 0.8 in the bank.
There's 0.8 in the bank. No thoughts on getting rid of Dendoncker?
It's what people are talking about, right? So. Mm-hmm. Who would you bring in for Dendoncker? Don't say Saka.
No. I wouldn't be going with Saka. He's somebody that I'm getting rid of specifically. But you've definitely. I mean, a lot of people were telling me to be bringing in El Neni of Arsenal because he's 4.3. But again, I'd rather have a bench, a playing midfielder. And the one player that I was looking at was Douglas Luiz of Aston Villa. The only downside to that is his game time. It's virtually non-existent. Although,
Did you not mention is it El Ghazi? Is he a
El
midfielder?
Ghazi.
like I did mention him, but he's 5.5.
Hmm.
Yeah, because El Ghazi instead of McGinn, as an example, he's only 5 points behind McGinn. His returns this season is 2 goals, 3 assists. He's been plodding along. He's barely played he's played 484 minutes, and you compare that to McGinn, who's played 720, and he's actually got more points he's got more returns than McGinn. I mean, I'd rather be going for El Ghazi if I was going to be if I was choosing between El Ghazi and McGinn, personally.
But Steve-O, McGinn scored a hat-trick against San Marino.
Has he really?
Yeah.
Did you see him? I don't know if anybody saw on Twitter. By any chance, did San Marino score tonight? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know. I have literally no interest in that game whatsoever.
It's just somebody on Twitter. So for anybody that doesn't know, one of our regular contributors, Shano, he said that if
they didn't.
No, he didn't score. Well, Shano said that he was going to triple captain Connolly if a particular stream got 100 likes. Well, surprise, surprise, the stream got 100 likes, and Shano's now going to triple captain Connolly. The only downside is that he had actually hit the wildcard button. So he's actually going to captain Connolly in game week 9 and triple captain in game week 10. So Shano, we all remember this. But the point being is that someone on Twitter, I think they may have been listening to our stream because they put out a similar kind of punt. That's punt, spelt with a P. Regarding if San Marino
I would never have known.
San Marino scored tonight, they would have captained Connolly as well. So I don't know if this is.
Oh no, they didn't score.
They didn't score. Huh? So this guy on Twitter isn't going to be captaining Connolly. But yeah, I think that McGinn scored a hat trick. What was the score in the end?
6-0.
6-0. Blimey.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think if I was to choose out of El Ghazi and McGinn, certainly it would probably be McGinn because he's the popular one, but El Ghazi certainly is someone that stands out. He said you got so what's that? 4.4 in the bank plus 0.8. What does that work out? 5.2. Is that right?
That's correct.
The only thing is, Steve-O, the formation that the community decided is a 3-4-3, so it's going to be for a bench player.
If it's a 3-4-3, then right. My argument is that why would you have what I call 3 premium? Well, in this case, you've got.
You wouldn't call Bolly?
No, but for the price points, at 5, it's a lot of money.
What is he? 5 point what? Is he 5.1?
5 million. No, it's 5 million.
Is he 5?
And you've already got.
I wouldn't say he's premium. I would just say he's mid-tier.
No, but for the money. But when you've got 3 players that play for, so you've got Tomori that plays for a top 4 team essentially. Trent Alexander-Arnold, we don't need to mention. Pereira at 6.2 million, and Bowley.
So the whole point of doing the polls is that we don't choose this team. This team is for the community.
No.
So as much as I would love to take. Okay, that was loud. As much as I'd love to take out Pope and then Donker and Bolly and anyone else? No, I'd like to keep all the others. I can't because it's not up to me.
Yeah. Well, Phil's the administrator of this team. Your thoughts on that, Phil?
I'm much happier with the team now. I think we're a lot more points attacking going forward. We can work a lot better with our team. We won't be. I mean, that week when Sterling didn't play and we had to look at our bench and we only ended up fielding 10 players. I don't think we can have that anymore.
And remember, if it all fails, we just blame everybody in chat and on Discord for getting it wrong. That's the beauty of it.
Talking of Sterling, again, there was another point brought up in this particular podcast about Sterling and the fact that people are mad to get rid. Your thoughts on that, Phil?
Getting rid of Sterling?
Getting rid of Sterling. They were saying this is just madness, being one of the best players in the Premier League.
No, I brought Sterling in last week. a bit annoyed that he only got the 2 points, but I think I'm happy with him for the next 3 fixtures.
Mm.
And then I can assess from there, probably go back to Salah from there.
Well, I've got a team up on my screen at the moment regarding my wildcard team, and I'm looking at a 3-5-2 formation. And it has Sterling and Mane, but you need... What are your thoughts, Phil, on having double, if not triple Man City attack? What are your thoughts on that?
I think if you can work it in your budget, I'd go for it. But I think the two to go for, well, between the three, I'd go for 2 of KDB, Sterling, and Mahrez. And then defence-wise, I think the only one you can really go for at the moment would be Edison. I'm not oversold on Otamendi.
Why Mahrez? Because of the Bernardo Silva stuff.
I think that's a factor over the next 4 weeks. I think he's going to be a bigger factor in the Man City team.
The next fixtures are looking...
Even David Silva could be another one that you could throw in there.
The next 3 are absolutely stunning. Crystal Palace away. Okay, FPL lad, don't shoot me down, but I'd like to think Man City could do really well there. But then Aston Villa and Southampton at home, and I did state this. There's a potential of a triple captaincy option in that Southampton game on Aguero, Sterling or KDB, genuinely. What are your thoughts on that, Jason? Triple captaincy on a Man City asset in the Southampton game at home on Gameweek 11?
I wouldn't be... I don't know. As someone that's used it already, I'd wait for double game week.
Yeah. Something I looked at the other day. I mention this up while we're here. You see this, like, I believe it's game week 25, the winter break one. Is that what it is? When the game week split?
Yeah, I think it's game week 25. Yeah, I think it is.
So if I'm right, that'd be the double game week with the Liverpool West Ham game in it. So that'd give you Liverpool playing West Ham, and I think I can't remember what the other.
Well, that's definitely yeah. There's definitely going to be a double game week involving Liverpool West Ham, but it's a question of when that will happen. And my basic understanding is it won't be happening. It's definitely not going to be happening until next year.
It could be 25, but we don't know, do we?
It does say it on one of the game weeks. I'm sure.
Is it 26? As part of the mid-season player break, 5 fixtures assigned on the 8th February 2020 will be moved. The week commencing 15 February 2020, all 10 fixtures will.
Oh, is that no? That's the winter break, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that week will probably end up meaning that the West Ham Liverpool game will be going to there. So that should be when you. I think so.
Do you think that the Premier League will put two teams playing twice, despite the fact they're supposed to be having a mid-winter break? Kind of defeats the purpose, though. I would have thought.
Yeah, but they might move it so that maybe they play on the Monday and then the Friday or something weird like that over the weekend. Because remember, this week will be split over 2 weeks. But I don't know. I'm not quite sure when else they'd fit it in at the moment.
Yeah, it's likely, but we don't know 100%. I don't know. Don't know on that one. What's this? Liverpool have habit of getting the Man United manager sacked.
Well, what?
Right, it's talking about Man United Liverpool. 0-0. I don't think it'd be 0-0. Why? Because I don't think United will keep a clean sheet. Mahrez covered Sterling, Notorious Nerd says. Possibly if Bernardo Silva's going to be out now. City will score 2 or more if KDB starts. I'm inclined to agree there, Sherlock. Thoughts about Cancelo? Michael Svedin asks Steve-O.
Is he a starter? I mean, I don't think. Let's just quickly look at.
It's. I don't think he will be starting.
He started one game, which was ironically Wolves when they lost 2-0. So yeah, avoid.
I have 3 players from Liverpool and 3 players from Man City. I think this is so stupid from me, says Alpha9 in chat.
No, it's not. I had this
2 or 3 weeks ago. Everyone was looking to get 3 Liverpool and 3 City players in. It's only because of 1 or 2 game weeks of disappointment. Obviously, the Wolves game for City and Salah basically not scoring many points is the only reason why people are just dumping City and Liverpool. As someone mentioned earlier on in the chat, this is Salah's best start to a season. A Premier League season. So
yeah,
it's are we just complete fools for dropping him? Time will tell, but I mean certainly he's not doing that bad on previous seasons.
I'll ask the question about. We had that caller I can't even remember when it was, but regarding Lacazette and your thoughts on actually owning Lacazette instead of Aubameyang. He's back in training now. If
I was on a wild card, possibly. Yeah, if I was on a wild card, I think if I was on a wild card, I'd be looking at Lacazette as an option to bring in. But a lot of people have been looking at Vardy, around that price point. I think there's a lot to be seen. We know that Arsenal attacking wise are all sorted. So I think that Lacazette could be one of those players. If you get in now, is the perfect time to get him in. Because the fixtures are looking amazing for Arsenal, and he's going to be playing down the centre, and I can't see Emery just kind of giving him cameos. I think he will start.
He was actually full highest in the votes from the forwards that we was bringing in as well.
Say that again, Phil. He was
Lacazette was fourth highest from the forwards that we voted. Yeah.
Was he really? Interesting. It's very interesting. I mean, I'm looking at my team now, and with a 3-4-3 and up top with Lacazette, Vardy, Abraham, and I've got 1.7 in the bank. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but it's I don't know, that caller just made me think about Lacazette, what he's returned this year so far, and he's only started. He's played twice this year, and in both games he scored a goal.
Yeah, was it Tottenham, the second game, the goal he scored against Tottenham. He took that really well.
And then he just hasn't played. He's played 3 games, 2 of them. So Burnley at home, he played 70 minutes. Tottenham at home, 66. In the Liverpool away game, he played all of 9 minutes. And in the 2 games where he basically started, he scored 2 goals. We all know what he did last year alongside Aubameyang. It was like the same of debate with Salah and Mane. Who do you go with? Well, they were keeping up with each other's points. Same with Lacazette and Aubameyang. The only difference is that Aubameyang, as Dan said once, he's just so explosive. So,
I don't know. It's one of those where you're going to be on the minority if you bring him in, and if you bring him in,
absolutely, yeah.
If you bring him in, are you going to put the armband on him? Is another one. I mean, the reasons you're bringing him in for, he's got to be a candidate for the armband as well.
I mean, Ian Anderson has just made this point. How long before he sells Raheem Sterling? Well,
against what? If he doesn't do anything against Watford, then I think you'll see a lot of people selling.
Watford? You mean
Crystal Palace? Crystal Palace. Yeah. Sorry, not Watford. I don't know why I said Watford.
You know what he did against Watford? 0.
Yeah. That was the
other
week.
John Chappell agreeing, virtually saying that Aubameyang is very, very explosive. Completely agree. Ooh. Notorious Nerd said he's going to be going with Jaw, Jimenez, Abraham, and Wilson.
Jimenez, Abraham, Wilson. I actually really like Jimenez, I think his price has put a lot of people off this season, and everyone was saying, weren't they, at the start of the season, I'm not bringing in Jimenez because he's a bit more expensive and the fixtures aren't great. But the fixtures are starting to turn now for Wolves, and I think that I think again another player that if you're on a wild card is tempting, is really tempting. Let's have a look quickly to see how he's done so far. So he scored 2 goals, 2 assists. So again, the fixtures weren't amazing for them. But coming up, I mean, he was blooming good against Man City. Really good, really good against Man City. He's got Southampton at home, Newcastle away, Arsenal away, Aston Villa at home, Bournemouth away, Brighton at home, West Ham at home, Sheffield United at home. Game week 14. I think that these next 6 fixtures, next 8 fixtures, are prime for him. And
right. Ryan's just asked the question there. Would you go Jimenez or Wilson? Taking into consideration that Wilson's not getting bonus points and Jimenez is 0.8 less with a nice turn of fixtures.
I think, looking at those fixtures, Jimenez. Yeah.
Done this year.
Yeah, I would go of Jimenez over the next 6 game weeks. Looking at the next 6 game weeks, I think that Jimenez will outscore Callum Wilson.
Yeah? Just have a quick look at what he's done this year. So he has scored
2 goals, 2 assists.
2 goals, 2 assists. And those 2 assists obviously came against Man City.
Yeah.
Ooh, notorious nerd. You've brought up something here. And he's a guaranteed starter no matter what. And Callum Wilson, Bournemouth. But the thing with Bournemouth is that they've got the 2 worst teams defensively wise up next in Norwich and Watford.
They do.
And then it's Man United at home, where we all know what Man United are like. Newcastle away. Do you know? I
don't think they're going to score against Man United at home. And if they do, it'd be like an Ake header or something. I don't think
Despite the fact Man United's issues at the moment, you don't think that
our issues are in midfield. I think our defence are okay. I think I'm not upset about our defenders that much. But our midfield is shocking. And people can just play it around the middle of the park. Pogba is injured now. If anyone cared to know that, I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't think it'd be easy for Bournemouth to score in that game against United, game week 11. I think that over the next 6 game weeks, I'd probably take a punt on Jimenez. That's my opinion anyway, and of course my opinion so far this year has not been so great. But
my debate is whether to have Jamie Vardy, Wilson, or Jamie Vardy or Wilson in my team.
Jamie Vardy or Wilson?
Yeah,
you've already got Maddison, haven't you?
No. I'm not really a fan of. I've already spoken.
You got Pereira
about Leicester there. Yeah, I've got Pereira. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Leicester's attack. Not because they can't
Look at
score.
Their
it's
fixtures.
the fact that they're. Yeah, I know, but their points just seem to come from all over the place.
They do.
They're not. It's not like I mean, let's just look at Vardy this year. I've already made this point.
I would go Wilson. I would probably go Wilson over the short term.
I go Vardy.
See, this is so. My would I say that Jimenez is better than Vardy though by that logic? Because I just said that I would choose Jimenez over Wilson. I would go Vardy Wilson. Sorry, Vardy Jimenez then Wilson.
Vardy seems to. He scored two goals. He's got 2 goals in 2 games at home, and that's what's kind of it's kind of spewed his stats here. But blanked Wolves at home in a 0-0, away at Chelsea, like last year in a 1-1. Then he got a goal and then 2 goals versus Sheffield United and Bournemouth. Then he blanked 2 goals against Newcastle, and then he blanked against Liverpool.
Vince Chapman says, I'm going to get Vaj next week. Vardy, Abraham and Jimenez. See you, Chelsea Flyer. Take care, dude. That's not too bad. Vardy, Abraham and Jimenez. I like those 3. Ryan Sechin's replying to you, Steve-O, Vardy all the way, just because Vardy scores bonus when he scores and Wilson is not getting them.
No. If I was to get rid of Vardy and bring in Wilson, it saves me 1 million. Well, I've got 5.5 in the bank to spend on a midfielder. I could upgrade Mane to Salah. And, there is this thought process, maybe get rid of Aubameyang, have Vardy, Wilson and Abraham, because there could be a lot more value in that. And then maybe upgrade a midfielder to a Sterling or something. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I want to say hello to the new guys in chat as well. We've got some names I don't recognise. Jovel, are you new? Jovel Mendes, welcome to the stream. Someone said something earlier. It was Connolly is essential, says Thomas McStay. And welcome Scott Speed 1000. Wilson is the best captain pick this week, apparently.
This is going to mean nothing to anybody other than our full-on hardcore Elite FPL audience, but every time we say Connolly, I keep thinking Connor Lee from the Torbay Elite Mini League. Kept mentioning every single blinking week.
Yeah.
If I was to have Callum Wilson, Vardy, Abraham up front, I've then got 7.6 in the bank. I could get rid of Pereira and Alexander-Arnold, bring in Soyuncu. Ooh, could I get Sterling?
How much have you got? And who would you take out for Sterling?
16 points. Oh no, I suppose I couldn't bring in Sterling because obviously I've got Hudson-Odoi, but then again I could just put in Saka for argument's sake.
Paulie in chat's come up with a really good point, actually. Paulie says, keep in mind, Leicester are currently 4th in the league, having possibly the hardest opening start to the season. Vardy still has 5 goals in 8 games. I mean, we all know that Vardy is lethal, and he can explode. I don't know. I think that...
I'm just thinking out logically here as well regarding Jimenez. And I'm thinking, if I've got Bolly in my team, which I'm actually perfectly happy with to have Bolly.
To answer Anish's question, no, Jesus wouldn't be in a consideration purely because there's so many options at a lower price that we're talking about right now. Yeah, sorry, Steve-O.
No, I was just making the point that if I'm willing to have Bolly in my team, which I am genuinely happy with, there is the argument, like you've just mentioned, about having a Wolves attack as well instead. I mean, why would I keep faith in their ability of keeping clean sheets? Well, we all know how good they are defensively, and we all know what their record was attackingly last year. And yeah, Jimenez is it's an interesting one, isn't it? I've got him at the moment. I've got my midfielders Sterling, Mane, De Bruyne, and Mount, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm actually. I said it on the stream the other day. The only players that I gave my team 4 out of 11 because there are some players that I'm not really that keen on. Vardy being one of them.
Keen on Vardy?
No, only because I'm a bit bitter towards him from last season.
Did you have him 1 week and he didn't get you no points?
Essentially, the story is this: I had my triple captain till the very last game of the season, and I put it on Jamie Vardy because he had Chelsea at home. Chelsea were very, very leaky, and Leicester were in really, really good form, and I thought, you know what, Vardy up against Chelsea, last game of the season, that has got goals galore written all over it, ended 0-0. The only game that had, I think, a clean sheet in the last. It was mental, and that was the only way I could catch Jason because it was my only differential as well. And surprise, surprise, still couldn't get through.
Yeah, it was one of those seasons, wasn't it, Steve, for you? I mean, looking at it now, I mean, the whole thing of like players disappointing you and then you throwing them out of your team and then having kind of this stigma around that player and I'm not bringing him in. I don't know. Vardy for me is up there as a prime candidate to bring in a wild card without a doubt. The fixtures are great. That's almost like me saying Salah's had his chance the first 8 game week or first 5 or 6 game weeks for me. I've switched him out to Mane. I'm not going back to Salah ever again. But you know as well as I do, as he starts banging and Mane dries up, I'll find a way of getting Salah back in my team. It's you should never like say, right, he's done, never again. It's like you and Ryan, wasn't it? Like you kind of got annoyed with Matt Ryan last year. Probably didn't have him as a high regard this year starting off with, and he's returned decent points. He's up there as one of the highest goalkeepers. So it's trying to get past previous disappointments with these players and just kind of going with your gut and the fixtures and on their form and the current form. When are you debating which midfielders or attackers to choose? When you are debating which midfielders or attackers to choose, keep in mind if they are on any set pieces like penalties, free kicks, or corners. Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah, that's always again Mane and Salah debate, wasn't it? We brought up the fact that Salah's on free kicks, penalties, and he can take, can be on corners. Although you would imagine that Alexander-Arnold's going to be, if he's on the field, he's going to be pretty much on the free kicks and the corners. Salah game week 14-17, 4-week stint where he will possibly. I mean, we have to wait and see with Salah. He's not really quite firing in the Premier League at the moment. Hi, Taffy. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Pereira, Doherty, if he plays the full 90, is a perfect defence. Doherty, Pereira, Trent Alexander-Arnold, perfect defence, Thomas McStay says in chat. What's your thoughts, Phil, on that?
What was him, sorry? You are looking for Thomas. Thomas McStay says the perfect defence at the moment, if you're on a wild card, is Trent Alexander-Arnold, Pereira, and Doherty, assuming you're playing a back three. I do like Doherty, but either Doherty or Bolly for the third one, I'd say, or the Chelsea option if you want to go with Tomori to save the money.
Yeah, I think Tomori is a decent shout.
It's just the fact that Doherty's 6 million.
It's the price that's put everyone off. That's it.
I think that's just ridiculous. 6 million. I know we can't predict what will happen, but even at the time.
But defence-wise with Wolves, I think Bolly is better for bonus points, so I'd prefer saving the million and go for that.
No, I completely agree. Go on, Jason, read out this one that you're going to say from Jacko. I like this question. Jason, are you there?
He's walked off.
All right, there we are, Ian Anderson. There's your clip of the week. So Jacko is saying, if you built a team based on your favourite Premier League players, how would it look? It would just look like Kevin De Bruyne.
is that all-time Premier League or current? Well,
I'm just reading it as current Premier League players.
Is it current? Current.
I'm assuming. Here it is. I'm assuming.
Yeah, sorry, I went to just pour a drink while you were talking. Sorry.
I'm assuming it's current Premier League.
What would my team look like? Well, it's assuming we were going with a 3-4-3 formation. So many players to choose from, isn't it? I mean, it's be Edison in goal. Well, actually, no, Alisson in goal, assuming he's fully fit. Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, Van Dijk. Are we got a limit? Are we limited on 3 players still, or no? We're just unlimited on players, are we?
Depends what formation you're playing.
It'll take me too long to work out. I don't think I'll be able to just work out in a few minutes what my perfect.
I'm gonna do a Jason. I'm gonna do a poll for chat. So everybody listen up to this.
Right.
If you're on a wild card, with the news of Lacazette being fit, would you have Aubameyang in your wild card team? Let's put a Y for yes, N for no. Let's see what guys in chat are saying on that, because he's the only player in my team where I'm thinking, do I have Vardy, Callum Wilson, and Abraham, or Aubameyang, Callum Wilson, Aubameyang, Vardy, or Abraham? And I'd like to see what people are thinking. Quite a lot of no's.
Pretty split at the moment. It's pretty split.
Yeah,
a lot of no's. Well, more no's, more N's coming through now, but then more Y's coming through. It's pretty split, I would say, looking at that. If anything, Lacazette makes Aubameyang only better, says Litman in the chat.
Paul E making the point, I'm in the same situation and currently got Aubameyang and Aguero.
Paulie, as an Aguero owner, I am worried. I am very, very worried. I had Aubameyang on my free hit last game week, and I wish that it travelled over because my team's looking very sorry for itself at the moment. I'm praying that Aguero is fine to play, but prepared to do a -4 if not. Well, might be more than a -4. I'd rather have Kane. I'm not trolling. Spurs will turn it around, says Cooley in chat. Coolio 2 feet or 2 foots. Coolio 2 foots with a statement there of Harry Kane. I don't like Harry Kane at the moment. Well, I've never been a massive fan of Harry Kane. I just don't know. I don't know if we should never have an issue with players, but I just never found the love for Harry Kane. What about you, Steve-O? Would you consider Harry Kane? You're on a wild card. Is it that name came into your mind at all?
Again, I heard his name on this particular show the other day, and there's just too many issues with Spurs regarding in-house problems. Watford at home, fair enough, but then Liverpool away. I don't know why the season ticker's saying Everton away is a red fixture at them. I mean, obviously they do this before the season starts, but that's an easy fixture. But I would avoid Tottenham like the plague, personally. I wouldn't go near them. I just think their in-house problems are a major concern for me. I've got a front line at the moment of Wilson, Vardy and Abraham.
Can you put your screenshot in the team screenshot?
Yes,
and I'll stick it up on the screen for you people looking at this team and they're assuming it's your team. So the community team has been decided. That's the community team now on the screen.
Yeah.
Let's
I'll put a poll up for the captain tomorrow morning.
There we go. Poll for the captain tomorrow morning. That's much appreciated. Let's just quickly get this.
Well, actually, if you scroll up on the Discord team screenshots, the actual wildcard team I've got is actually there. To be fair, it's just above the T-shirt. Just above the T-shirt.
Well, you got Pookie in it.
Oh no, sorry.
That's not your wildcard team. You've got Cantwell, Son and Pookie in that team. I don't think that's your wildcard team, Steve. Just a guess.
Oh, there it is. There. It's at them. It's from the light in front of my screen there. On the 6th of the 10th. Right. So 6th of October, I put it on there.
Right, so Aubameyang, Abraham, Vardy.
That's virtually my team, yeah. Virtually. I'll put up my latest edition.
Yeah, please do. Put your latest one up. It's
virtually the same. It's virtually the same team, minus a couple of players, but overall it's...
Right, hang on then. Right, so this is your team.
This isn't the current one. Typical.
Right, well, I've got up on the screens. You've got Ryan in goal, Rico, Tamori, Otamendi, Lundstrom, Robertson. That's going to be different, surely.
Right.
That doesn't look like your team, Steve-O.
No, the midfield is the front three are exactly
Yeah,
the
but
same.
your defence isn't the same. Let's bring up your new
No.
team. Come on. There you go. Here we go, guys. Let's see how long it takes Theo to post a screenshot in Discord.
Yeah.
About the sort of time it
Exactly.
takes him to turn up for his own stream.
So that will be. Done. Right, there we are. Sent.
Excellent. Right. That's better. So this is your team. Ryan in goal. You're bringing your love affair back with Ryan. Alexander Arnold, Bolly, Pereira, which is an amazing back three. Mason Mount, Hudson-Odoi, De Bruyne and Mane. Tammy Abraham, Vardy, Aubameyang. And on your bench, I don't know why you've got him, but you've got Saka, Rico and Lundstrom as your fodder players on the bench.
Saka's going to be gone. That's a fact.
I'd rather have Dendoncker. I think he's going to be a 1 to 3 pointer on the bench.
The team in front of me right now that I've got is Dendoncker instead. I've got Salah in this team in front of me right now. This is without Aubameyang. Again, if I was to get rid of Hudson-Odoi, I've then got 8.2 in the bank. But I'd want a premium striker. Reality is that I want a striker.
Do you want to have that much money tied up in Aubameyang, or did you want to go with someone like maybe a Jimenez, maybe a Callum Wilson?
That's the thing. That's what I've got.
Because I think Sterling. Could you afford if you were to go Aubameyang to
Wilson?
Aubameyang to Wilson. Could you afford Hudson-Odoi Sterling?
That's what I'm. But it's all about downgrading Trent Alexander-Arnold or Pereira.
I wouldn't downgrade.
How short of Sterling would you be there, Steve?
Say it again.
How short of Sterling would you be if you went Aubameyang to Wilson?
3.9. Yeah.
Really, 3.9.
But that's with Salah. Sorry. So if I put Mane back in, that's 2.9. 3 million I'm short to have Sterling in this team. So if I was to get rid of, say, Pereira and Alexander-Arnold,
Soyuncu and Tomori.
No, I don't want Tomori, and I've already got 3.
You've got Rico and Lundstrom. You've already got 3 Chelsea. Yeah, you got 3 Chelsea anyway. Well, you'd be getting rid of Hudson-Odoi, wouldn't you?
Yes, yeah.
You could do Tomori in.
I'll have 5.6 left in the bank but that's without Trent Alexander-Arnold.
What if you went to Mahrez, Steve?
It's all depending on the news regarding
Bernardo Silva.
Silva.
If he gets banned, I think Mahrez is.
He's a short starter.
Yeah.
And in fact, let's just quickly look at that for a second.
Not interested in Jimenez?
No.
You could bring Jimenez in and be able to afford maybe.
Then you got Vag.
You've got Vag.
Yeah, then we got Vag. Yeah.
What about King for Bournemouth?
You see, if I was to I could bring him.
He didn't even chat. Sorry, Adam France. He didn't even acknowledge King. Sorry.
No, King's
and Paul J. I don't think he's going to bring in David Silva. I don't think Paul. I mean, I think.
So up front, it's Callum Wilson, Vardy, Abraham, and then midfield of Mahrez, Mane, De Bruyne. In fact, with that, I'm just short of getting in Salah. Mahrez, Mane, De Bruyne, Mount.
How short are you for bringing in?
To bring in Salah.
Yeah.
It is 0.5.
Oh.
What was he? 12.5 or 12.4? He's 12.5 and they were 12.4.
Yeah,
12.5. Yeah.
12. Yeah, I'm 0.5 short of Salah.
Okay.
Because then it's a simple case of, is it worth having Mahrez ahead of Hudson-Odoi? Simply put, that's the key there.
Yeah. you're chopping your team up just to.
Yeah. Whereas
do
the
those
team
changes.
that's up on screen at the moment, for
That
me,
is a very nice team. I mean, it's the whole Aubameyang thing. I mean, I agree with whoever it was who said that. Was it Littman? I think said having Lacazette back in the team. What was that noise?
That's our film.
There you go. So yeah, I think having Lacazette back, I think is only going to increase Aubameyang's chances. But yeah, I want this team, says Darren Walsh in chat. There you go.
You can have it. You can have it so long as I get your rank. I'm assuming you're. If you're ranked in the top 10,000, we'll do a
swap teams. There you go. Swaps. If you're ranked in the top 10,000, was it 10,000 or 100,000?
10,000. Top 10,000. Yeah, you can have this team, and
There you go.
I'll give you the wild card.
Not
and
sure.
I'll take the team.
I'm not sure where we stand in the terms and conditions, but yeah, if you're in the top 10,000, you can trade teams for Steve and you can have his wild card. There you go.
Yes.
That's a great bit of business there for anybody tuning into the show. And I just want to say to you guys, if you are new to the show, I've seen a few new faces in the chat. It's great to have you here, especially in this international break where there's no FPL, and all we've got to talk about is wildcards and players on wildcards. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification to let you know when we go live. We'll be doing, we'll be ramping up the streams, won't we, Steve, over the next forthcoming days. I know that the weekend is going to be a bit mad for you next weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, so next week's Saturday is going to be crazy. So I'm hoping to be able to do a stream on Saturday morning for a wildcard team deadline day special. So that'll be at approximately 10:30. And then we go off air, and then it's on to Soccer Saturday, where we get to cover 6 games, would you believe, Jason? There's 6 games being played at 3. But on the day itself, there's actually 8 games. So we've got Everton, West Ham as the early morning, or the early afternoon, whatever, at 12:30. 6 games at 3 o'clock. And then we've got Crystal Palace versus Man City at 5:30, which we'd be covering. And then we go off there again, and then we'd probably be back for a roundup of the day's results, and here's people's how they got on that day. So Saturday next week could be almost 8 or 9 hours worth of streaming.
Simeon Batchelor in chat says Jeff Stelling's got competition.
Yes, yeah, well,
we'll go that far.
Jeff Stelling's got it easy. He's got ad breaks.
Yeah. Well, we ain't got ads on this. We do have a new feature on the channel that I just wanted to completely just put it out there to you guys. Much like the generous donation earlier from Ian, the $1.99 donation earlier for me to drink out of a Tommy Tippy cup. We do now have membership options available on our YouTube channel, and what that basically means is if you would like to become a member, you'll get a channel badge of the Elite FPL badge next to your name to show that you're supporting the channel. It's something little that you get back, and you also get a reward badge over the time period that you're subscribed. Again, it's just something that you get back, and we're looking at doing other things as well for channel members. Very soon we'll have more information about that.
And for people that are a bit like me that aren't exactly tech savvy, to understand where the membership is, it's next to the subscribe button. So there's another option called join. So once you hit the join button, you're not gonna be paying anything. It's just, it gives you an option of the membership, and you can just have a quick brief look into potentially if you want to hit that membership or not. So just for anybody that doesn't know, it's just a join button, and then you'll be sent to a menu which will give you the options of what membership that you want, basically. But yeah, that's another way, as Jason just said, of supporting the show. But
well, it's just the same. The only reason I bring it up is because we have kind members who donate like £1 or £2 here and there. I mean, and they don't get they get a shout out, but then this will also enable you to have a fancy little badge next to your name for a whole month. There you go. So Shano's
Here
in
he
chat,
is.
by the way. Shano's in chat.
Shano, the triple captain of Connolly. Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree. And for anybody that's thinking like, oh, you don't get much for your membership, like Jason just said, we are discussing behind the scenes what we are going to be wanting to do with the membership. But if you want to just
there's strict policies that we have to follow in terms of YouTube guidelines of what we can and can't offer. So there will be exciting things for members going forward. So just stay tuned for that. But we want to give more back to you guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I just think, like you said, that for people that do always keep saying about how do we support the show, probably the second easiest way other than hitting the like button. But have we got any final thoughts on this community team? I think you two have been going on 2 hours 11 minutes.
Yeah. Just to bring it down to a close, really, let's have a look again at this community team. I think the community's decided on a good overall 11. The bench is okay. It's not going to set the world alight. But essentially, would it be that far off of my wildcard if I was to have a wildcard this week? It's not a million miles away, and I think it's got a lot of the top picks that people are talking about bringing in to their teams. I like the Yarmolenko vote that we did earlier on. I like the Vardy pick purely because of budget reasons, and I think whoever we do decide to captain in the community team, having Abraham, Wilson, Vardy, Mount, De Bruyne, Yarmolenko, Mane in is just a beautiful attack in midfield and up front. So yeah, Phil.
Phil, I was going to say, Phil, overall, your thoughts on this community team, as we've still got a week to go, so we can still make some tinkering changes, but overall, I'm going to ask you, out of 15, how many of these players would you take? Would it be 11? Would it be only 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll take 9 out of the starting 11.
9 out of the starting 11,
that's
right?
good.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. So there could be some potential tinkering and everything. We'll obviously discuss behind the scenes.
There won't be any tinkering unless there's a vote, because obviously they've been voting over the last 4 or 5 days. So
yeah.
It's just say Pope would be the only one that I would have liked to have got off of, but the community spoke, and we've kept with him.
They have, yeah. It's a pleasure, guys. Thank you ever so much for joining us this evening. Phil, I want to say massive thank you to you, dude. Literally last second.com asked Phil to join us in obviously the absence of Steve-O first thing on the stream. Steve-O, great to have you here, mate.
Thanks for turning up.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Cheers, dude. And guys, if you are watching it back on the replay, be sure to hit that like button. And thank you ever so much, everybody that's tuned in on your Sunday, on your FPL week off. And see you.
Take care, guys.
See you next time. Take care.
Cheers, Phil.